Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings come into this one knowing they've got a fight on their hands. This could be one of those war of attrition types of games. So winning the field position battle and the turnover battle are going to be two big keys to seeing who gets out of here with the victory. So let's get over to the ATL, Atlanta. Standing by our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hello again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Winston. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And, partner, a little bit of a Bronx cheer from this crowd because that's the first down they have gotten, and we're in the fourth quarter.
So you have to flip it over and look at what the defense has been doing. I mean, it's very simple to say, wow, they haven't gotten a first down. What are they doing wrong offensively? Oftentimes, that means the defense is beating them to the punch, beating them to the hole each and every time, faster to the football. And I think that's what we've seen in this game.
Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Winston fights him off. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
On third down, that's Sanders. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it is all up to Dan Carpenter. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. A road win in the National Football League. And now the offense getting ready on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Whoa! It still won't go down. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, Montgomery found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points. The Packers on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And now running right through it. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Rodgers now on first down. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
it is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. On first down, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now they try the right side here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. To throw is Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got some space here. The 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to run.
offense will look to convert on third down. On third down, it's Sanders. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So a pressure kick here for Dan Carpenter. This for the lead in the final stages. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Carpenter knocks it through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Back to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And Abdullah lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return now, here's Keyshawn Martin. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Now it's Stafford. This is screen to Abdullah. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need. Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Finding fouls complete. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Stafford. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they give this time to the tailback. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd and 4. Here's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. They're looking to throw this. Winston. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. O.J. Howard, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the
Hello, everybody. Larry Ridley welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up.
And on second down, the offense gets ready to rock. Second down, Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right there around the 35-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's back to throw, fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's to the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
They come out here in the eye. So now it's 1st and goal. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing now is Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game at the end.
Larry Ridley here in our Orlando studios, getting you set for this edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings enter this one knowing that this game could very well be won or lost down in the trenches. From an offensive perspective, they'll need to keep their quarterback upright to have a chance, and defensively, it's going to be about containing the running game. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
Here's Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This one taken from the 7. And now out comes Minnesota. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this one down all the way way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take. And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Winston to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. O.J. Howard from 19 yards away. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and run it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock. Now let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over. Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts. You do. I'm not as smart as you. And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery. Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there? I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him. Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance. Carolina getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position. I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing. It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss. Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough. Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space here. And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And this is caught at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a first down with that catch.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he has now gotten into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Onto the field, here come the Panthers. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Winston. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now a first down following that long gain. Now a handoff here to his running back. Hopping over the top. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Winston here to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now Carpenter to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end. It didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still...
All right, it's Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You know the drill. Let's get right down to it. Well, the offense gets set here for a third down play. On third down, it's Sanders. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They're going to try for it on fourth. Winston stays out there. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. From the gun, Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now Winston. He's going to fire one deep left side. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And to give this time to the tailback. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
To throw, Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now he's going to and this is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And his kick is right through. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
And those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. To throw is Breeze. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And he's got room. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. On 3rd down, it's Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Nice job. Congratulations, defeating the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. The Vikings come into this one knowing they've got a fight on their hands.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Soldier Field. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Vikings now as they get set on 1st down and 10. Yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Steps, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Thomas Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners, they gave up a lot of big plays.
A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because
it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Sky high, 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
That's the
That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
And it's up and good, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. When halftime rolls around in just a bit, we'll send you to Orlando. You will hear the dulcet tones of Mr. Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report.
Does dulcet mean good?
Yeah, it's just something that broadcasters say. It's got to be good, right?
It's gotta be
you
good.
Tell me.
Well, it's got to be good if Larry's doing it.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
Yeah, sure consistent. The numbers the last couple of years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st and 10, Newton looking for his running back, and he's got it. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Throwing again is Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
Well, I like the chutzpah there, right? They decided to go ahead and fake it and try and pick up a first down.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Jameis on 2nd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Newton on 1st down. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. From the 50, Newton. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry. So we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now it's Newton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A Carolina first, Newton to Benjamin.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
To throw on second down is Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Silver Salenga in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
You know, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. To throw on second down. Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Oh, no, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route. Catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Kelvin Benjamin from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the fourth. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. Now it's Newton. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they got to go ahead, take it.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
First down and goal to go from the 7. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. So as you see the numbers, a very uncharacteristic start, but he's been more characteristic as of late.
And usually we're seeing a very good start out of him because, let's face it, he's one of the best out there. But when he does have a start, as we just saw, would you call it uncharacteristic? You know mentally he's not that worried about it. He knows how good he is and figures he's going to get back on the beam real fast. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On third down, that's Sanders. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now they'll run it on the toss. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity.
A welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings come into this challenge game knowing that they're in for a dogfight. And you can bet the coaching staff will be preaching all the buzzwords: intensity, effort, execution. They'll need them all and more if they want to get out of here with a W. With that, let's get up to FedEx Field. On the call, we have Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hello again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brent. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A second down throw for Cousins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got...
And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They hand off to their big tight end. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
1st down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is...
And now the offense getting ready on 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. Here's Winston. And he's got Rodgers. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He's back to throw. And it's caught. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Spencer Ware, the intended target. And now it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Ayers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. He just had 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Tyreek Hill on the return. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now running right through it. Finding room to the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Winston here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now Manning got to hurry him to the line here. Back to throw. Manning. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now Manning. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw is Manning. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Manning to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Escapes the defender. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they do finally get him at the 12. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to throw this. Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Now a handoff looking right. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Winston. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations, so it is harder to defend.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. And now the offense will look to convert on third down. On third down, that's Sanders. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Tying a career high with his 4th touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Rivers now from the 50. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Winston to throw. 20. It's complete to Flainer. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
So we got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Here's Rivers. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He lets it go. It's caught inside the 25. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points. All right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
So that does it. All right, so the challenge is laid out in front of you. Can you complete it? We're about to find out. Solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team time. Let's go. Here come the Vikings now as they get set on 1st down and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 15 yards. All right, nice job. I believe that is challenge met and defeated from where I sit. Congratulations. Good job on this Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. All right, the challenge is in front of you. Do you accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. And now the Ravens set to go on 1st and 10. And getting a look at the Wildcat here. They'll run it with West. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Partner, I think a lot of people thought that Baltimore would draft at least one runner. In fact, they didn't take any skill position players in the draft. So I think a lot's still going to fall on Terrence West.
Well, he did have over 1,000 yards from scrimmage last year, a career high. They'll run again here with West. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's West. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And that does it for this Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You did it. You defeated it. Congratulations. We'll see you next time. All right, you saw the challenge on the screen. I don't need to repeat it. It's Solo Challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. Go earn your keep. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Here's Winston. And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going...
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 13 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. And I'm going to look forward a little bit now, because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
The return man, Chris Moore. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On 3rd down, that's Sanders. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 1. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that player is able to get on the run.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here's Michael Campanero. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second down, Flacco now. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Flacco off play action. Looking deep downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On the ground, it's West again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Chris Long in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he's loose again. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on.
Well, if you're into cheesy movies, you would title this one A Half to Remember, wouldn't you? His second return touchdown of the game.
What if I'm not into cheesy movies?
Well, go ahead and get into it, man, because I just did it, and you're going to green light that one. How about those returns? Maybe they ought to think about not kicking him the ball.
Yeah, they might want to go away from him in the future. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you'd goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together.
But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll take it just outside the 40. We have hit halftime. Still, well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First down, Winston. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go now. 125.
A first down throw for Winston. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Jameis Winston, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Sure.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Chris Long in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Long in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Jameis now on 1st down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Jameis to throw it. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Second down, Winston. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Tying a career high with his 4th touchdown of the game. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
On first down, Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Flacco to throw again on second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment.
And I think the ball's out. And this will go out of bounds, and they're still short of the line to gain, so this is going to be a turnover on downs here.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a run with Martin, and able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards up.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Carpenter now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Flushed out right. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the... And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And that does it for this one. Pat yourself on the back. You just completed and dominated the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. All right, it's Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You know the drill. Let's get right down to it. Here are the Dolphins now as they're set to go on 1st and 10. Tannehill now, the give to Ajayi. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to...
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Jakeem Grant now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter. That was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then in a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Back now in Miami. Tannehill on 1st down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules, by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over.
And he coughed it up. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On first down, Tannehill. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a desperation throw deep down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam.
Now he's into the clear. The 20, 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
I'm going to forget today.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 19. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the...
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves All right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's complete. Fleener, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
Well, it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Left side and caught by Fleener. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nice job. Congratulations. Defeating the Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. Here come the Vikings now as they get set on 1st down and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Finding room at the 30. Oh, some strong running. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Past the 20. 10. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there for Minnesota. 81 yards. 1st and goal from the 1 as they look. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Someone said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. A 23-yard run. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him,
Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. New England on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Brady on third down. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here's Brady to throw. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Brady. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but
Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. Tying a career high with his 4th touchdown of the game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get off of me run and all the way into the end zone.
Now Carpenter to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Danny Amendola on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, this running back's having a heck of a day on the ground. He just keeps punching it in and rushing for touchdown after touchdown.
They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Jones. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have he sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term compliment?
And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address the...
Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 43 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad position.
Brandon Cooks, 20, 10, 5, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Brandon Cooks, 73 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On second down, here's Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Brady got to have this one. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Open space inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fact singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least.
She's on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because
but I think the ball's out, and this belongs to the Vikings.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Winston here to throw. The swing pass caught. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think The fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Oh, partner, there's something special about it.